Couple of years ago, it seemed like Masasa was the hottest destination in Batangas. It drew crowds of tourists who were looking for a fantastic beach getaway on a budget, whether they were DIYing it or joining a cheap group tour. Fast forward to today, Masasa still captures the hearts of travelers, Filipino and foreign alike. And in our opinion, it is still one of, if not the best beach in Tingloy. What's up, Beach Listers? This is Hannah from Philippine Beach List. For more than a decade, our team, together with our partners at The Poor Traveler, have been exploring the Philippines to list out the best that the country has to offer. Breathtaking sights, brag-worthy bites, and of course, beautiful beaches. If you're itching to go to the beach but your budget is a bit tight, then this travel guide is for you. In this video, we'll share with you important tips you need to know to plan a trip to Masasa Beach in Tingloy, Batangas. This destination is a great option if you need a dose of vitamin C without breaking the bank. But before we begin, please subscribe to this channel, hit the bell icon beside it, and select all so you won't miss any of our informative travel videos. If you're watching this on Facebook, support us by following this page and sharing this video. Masasa Beach is located in the municipality of Tingloy, the only municipality in Batangas that is not situated on mainland Luzon. But what attracts tourists to Masasa Beach, you ask? Its vibrant waters. Truth be told, Masasa doesn't have sparkly, fine white sand, but its turquoise waters would surely catch your eye even from afar. Aside from that, this beach destination also has equally stunning nearby attractions. And the best part, Masasa will not put a dent in your pocket. So, let's go! Masasa is just a few hours away from Manila, but let me tell you right away that going to Masasa Beach requires a boat transfer because I know that this may be a deal breaker for some accessibility-wise. If this is not a problem for you, then here's how you can get there. If you're planning to bring your own car to get to Masasa, make your way to Anilao Port, which is the jump-off point. You can simply use Waze or Google Maps for directions. Travel time is around 3 hours if you're coming from Manila. Once you reach Anilao Port, you can find a place to park overnight around the area. We weren't able to get the exact rates for the parking fee, so if you've been to Anilao Port and you know the rates, let us know in the comments section below. However, if you don't own a car or don't feel like bringing a car to a beach trip, commuting to Anilao Port is also an option. First, board a bus going to Batangas City. There are multiple bus companies with routes from Manila to Batangas City, including Jamliner, DLTB Co, Alps, and Ceres. There are terminals in EDSA Camias, Cubao, LRT Buendia, and Taft. On a recent trip, we took a Jamliner bus from their terminal in Camias. For the bus schedules from Manila to Batangas, you may check our post on our website, philippinebeaches.org, or click the link in the description. Get off at the Batangas City Grand Terminal. It takes around 2 to 3 hours to get to the Grand Terminal from Manila, depending on which terminal you're coming from and the traffic. It's best to leave early to avoid heavy traffic. Lastly, ride a jeepney to Anilao Port. Jeepneys terminate at a dedicated area in Batangas City Grand Terminal. Just ask around to find it and to know which jeep you should take to. The jeepney will wait for passengers at the terminal until it's full before it leaves, so there's no exact schedule for the jeepneys. During our trip, we didn't have to wait until the jeepney was full because a big group who rode the jeepney decided to pay for the vacant seats so it would leave right away. Once you get to the port, you need to board a ferry that will take you to Masasa. But before that, you need to pay the environmental fee, terminal fee, and trash bond. There are 2 environmental fees, one for Mabini and one for Tingloy, which both cost 50 pesos per person. The terminal fee costs 5 pesos. There's also a trash bond of 100 pesos, which you can refund at Tingloy Port before heading back to Anilao Port. For the trash bond, you'll be given an eco bag where you should put your trash. You can get a refund if you surrender the bag with trash at Tingloy Port. After paying the fees, proceed to the booth and buy a ticket for the ferry. Prepare the receipts for the environmental fees you paid because they will be looking for them at the ticket booth. You will find two ferry companies at the port, Tingloy Ferry and Montenegro Lines. Tingloy Ferry has a bigger vessel, but Montenegro has the earliest trip to Masasa, which is great if you want to get to the beach early. However, Montenegro can carry much less passengers than Tingloy Ferry, so it gets full quicker. So make sure to be there earlier than your target departure time. Here's the trip schedule of the two ferry companies. It took us about 40 minutes to reach Tingloy Port from Anilao Port. Once you get off the ferry, go to the tricycle terminal. You'll be asked to sign your name in a logbook and then you'll get a number for the tricycle. Wait for your number to be called while on queue. Ride the tricycle and tell the driver the name of the homestay you're staying at. If you haven't booked a homestay or you're only going on a day trip, ask the driver to drop you off at the jump-off point to the beach. Walk to the beach. Going to the beach involved a downhill walk and crossing a field through a narrow walking path. Alternatively, you can also ride a habal-habal down to the beach. There are no fancy hotels or resorts in Masasa, and you won't be able to find accommodation right by the beach as well. For a long time, the go-to of travelers who visit Masasa is camping. However, camping has been prohibited for a while now. But don't worry because there are a lot of homestays available here. If you want to book online, there are homestays you can book via Agoda. We'll put the link of these homestays in the description box as well. On a recent visit, we organized a day trip so we didn't book accommodation. On a past visit years ago, our team stayed at Mandana's homestay. We're not sure of their latest rates, but you can contact them at this number. Here are also some homestay information we got on a recent trip. However, note that we have not tried any of these, so we do not have any other details about them. We're simply including them in this video to help your search for a place to stay a bit easier. Of course, swimming would be the top thing to do here in Masasa. The water here is clear and has vibrant hues which is very inviting even from afar. Masasa is a long beach, so if you want to avoid the crowd, walk a little further from the main beach, past the rock walls. It's also nice to just lay on the beach or maybe even have a picnic. Just make sure to take your trash with you when you leave. You can find a quiet and shaded spot by the rock walls or a little bit past it. You can bring a beach mat or rent a tent. And if you're a big group, there are also kubos or cottages you can rent. Tingloy is located within the area of the Verde Island Passage, which is dubbed as the center of marine biodiversity. There are a lot of colorful creatures that you can see in the waters of Masasa Beach that you likely won't see anywhere else. But please respect the wildlife. Don't feed marine animals and don't step on corals. There are boatmen offering island hopping tours on the beach, which will take you to Sombrero Island, Blue Lagoon, Dugong Cove, and a snorkeling spot. It will cost you 2,000 pesos per boat, which can accommodate up to 4 people. Masasa does not have restaurants or any establishments like other destinations. On the beach, there are vendors peddling snacks and drinks, but that's all you'll get here. There's also a sari-sari store before you go down to the beach area. The best thing you can do is to buy food near Anilao Port before boarding the ferry, especially if you're only going for a day trip. The ferry we boarded was actually filled with fellow travelers whose bags were overflowing with snacks and refreshments. If you're staying overnight, reach out to your homestay for dining arrangements. Some offer food to their guests while some provide cooking equipment. If you plan to cook, go to the market near Anilao Port to shop for ingredients before heading to Masasa. The months between December to April are the best time to visit Masasa. This period is the dry season, so there's less of a chance of rain during these months. However, Masasa can get crowded, especially on weekdays and holidays, so if you can, schedule your trip on weekdays. The temperature can also be really high during March to May, which is considered the summer season in the Philippines. If you want to go when the temperature is a bit cooler, schedule your trip between November to February. That's it for our Masasa travel guide. If you have questions, just leave a comment below and we'll try to answer all of them. If you have suggestions on which destinations we should visit next, let us know too. You can also reach us through our social media pages. Just look up Philippine Beach List on Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram. If you want to see more travel guides like this and everything you need to know about traveling around the country, make sure to subscribe to this channel and hit that bell icon so you get notified when we have new videos. You can also check out our blog, philippinebeaches.org. The Philippines has so many islands, it's honestly going to take a lifetime to visit each one. So that just means we better get counting. Again, this is Hannah. Join me next time as we check another destination off our Philippine beach list. Bye!